This was Carl D. Silver's first new car business.
Okay.
It was a Buick dealership.
Yeah.
And that counter used to sit about another 6 feet behind this door. And then there were offices with that. And he sold appliances and bicycles and wagons and that too. That was part of the B.F. Goodrich program.
It'll be 30 years come September.
We go to the Route 3 one.
And you know, business. You talk about business changing. That's a big
Yeah.
change. Tires last longer now. So we got into the mechanical business at the right time, and never really looked back at that. Just keep on moving forward.
Do you foresee that having to change again? You guys having to kind of pivot the business?
Yeah.
Electric vehicles
Yeah.
could affect us. Don't know exactly the answer to that yet, but we've, like I said, we've had change before. We've come out okay. So
Yeah.
but,
Didn't think about that either.
but electric vehicles, you know, there's no oil changes, no.
Right.
You know, the routine maintenance is going to be a little bit different.
Still got tires and brakes.
They still got tires and brakes, but the brakes are different.
Yeah.
The motor does most of the braking.
Oh.
So they don't wear out as fast.
Yeah.
Yeah, so.
So can you guys service an electric car at all? Or
We're doing brakes and
Tires,
tires right
okay.
now, and the biggest problem that I see for us is the warranties on new cars. Electric cars are bumper to bumper 100,000.
Oh wow.
You know, so we're not going to see anything for the first 100,000 miles.
Right.
So that's going to be a hurdle for us to kind of see what's going to be going on.
When you made the switch from doing mostly tires then to mechanical, what made you guys think to do that?
I quit school,
Uh-huh.
and Dad had to find a place for me.
Okay.
So we got into the exhaust business,
Okay.
and I was going to be the exhaust mechanic, but one of the guys that had been here for a while, he wanted to do it. So we went ahead and let him do it. That gave me more freedom to be more involved with the office and that. And then as we got, you know, that business grew, then we started adding brakes. And next thing we know, we're just doing it all.
We got into the state inspections,
Yeah.
and Dad didn't want to do it, and I told him, I said, well, the only reason to do the state inspection is to keep your customers into going in somebody else's business to get that state inspection, so they stay coming here. And he finally agreed to do that, and that's what helped us build the mechanical business.
Yeah.
And the same thing with oil
You know,
changes.
you
keep them from going somewhere else.
You're doing oil changes mainly to keep your customers, to look at their car, keep
Right.
the thing, but to make sure that they're
Well, because if
not giving them someplace else to go to.
if you get a bad inspection, you have to get the things
Right.
fixed on the car.
Right. And and they might get the tires,
Right.
and they might get the other stuff, you know, there too. So we needed to bring that in and do that kind of stuff. So
So is that the key to longevity then, being able to change your
change
business
with
model?
the times.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, that's definitely. And the mechanical thing was kind of I call it just stupid luck on our part, because like I quit school and just came to work. I knew what I wanted to do when I went to school, and I just said, well, what are we doing? Let's just do it now.
Yeah.
And so then that just led from one thing to another.
Yeah.
And that was trying to find a place for me, and Dad was trying to find a place for me in the business rather than it was a conscious thing. We got into the exhaust. The reason we got into exhaust was because there was a tire dealer up the street here that had just closed up, but they had a good exhaust business. And people were coming in the door going, "You the place on Princess Anne Street that does exhaust?" And once we started doing exhaust, we were like, "Yes, we are. We're those people." So, we're on Princess Anne Street and we do exhaust, and that's the reason why we got into the exhaust business.
Yeah, makes sense.
We were filling a void that.
But back then, you put mufflers on your car every couple years, and now from the factory they put stainless steel, and unless you want a custom exhaust and to
Uh-huh.
make it louder.
Yeah.
Yes.
You really don't do a lot of exhaust work anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Can you guys do that if someone came in and wanted to?
Mhm.
Oh, yeah, that's what we're doing.
Okay.
That's the most of it.
We don't
Okay.
we don't do it at this location any longer, but the other two locations still.
Do it.
still
Okay.
do.
How would you say like how would you find the value in being a part of it? It's just the getting to know other businesses, networking.
Get to know other businesses and knowing that the chamber's fighting for the businesses.
Yeah.
So,
Mm-hmm.
so we keep, like I said, we read everything. We know the things that the chamber's been working on and doing. A couple of my friends of mine have gone through the leadership
Yeah.
Yeah.
thing, which was kind of cool. But we know that our chamber is pretty active.